In tonight's sports news, Bradford wary on India T20 challenge, Holder keen on Test Championship, and in athletics, Semenya unable to defend her 800-meter title. We bowl off tonight's sports news of cricket. Windies T20 captain Carlos Bradford is expecting a stern challenge from India when the two sides meet in the United States for the upcoming T20 series. The Windies will meet India in the first T20 in Lauderhill, Florida on Saturday and then again on Sunday. The third and final T20 will be played on August 6 at Sabina Park in Jamaica. In recounting the last time the two teams met in the US, Bradford said that the contests were fiercely contested, with 400 runs being scored in one game. Staying in cricket, West Indies captain Jason Holder has thrown his support behind the newly launched ICC Test Championship, stressing that the longest format of the game remained the ultimate test of character and expressing a desire to see West Indies build on their success against England earlier this year. The ICC, cricket's world governing body, on Monday launched the championship, which will see West Indies along with Australia, Bangladesh, England, India, New Zealand, Pakistan, South Africa and Sri Lanka do battle in 71 matches across 27 series over a 2-year span. The two top teams will clash in a final to determine the World Test champions. In more cricket news, England pace bowler Jofra Archer has been left out of the squad for the first test against Australia, which starts on Thursday at Edgbaston. The 24-year-old, who took 20 wickets in England's World Cup winning campaign, was added to the squad following his return for Sussex after a side strain. Fellow bowler James Anderson, who has had a calf injury, will play. Athletics news now. Caster Semenya says she will not defend her World Championship 800-meter title in September after a setback in her challenge to the restricting of testosterone levels in female runners. But the South African said she would continue her fight for human rights despite her disappointment. Semenya has twice appealed against IAAF rules preventing her from running without medication. But a ruling allowing her to compete has now been overturned. Semenya is challenging world governing body, the IAAF's new rules that she and other athletes with differences of sexual development must either take testosterone-reducing medication in order to compete in track events from 400 meters to the mile or change to another distance. On to football news. FIFA have announced the nominees for Men's Coach of the Year at the 2019 Best Awards. The game's governing body started their own awards 3 years ago as a direct rival to the Ballon d'Or, and on Wednesday they confirmed the 10 men's coaches who would make up the nominees for this year's prize. The candidates are as follows: Jamel Belmadi, Didier Deschamps, Marcelo Gallardo, Ricardo Gareca, Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, Mauricio Pochettino, Fernando Santos and Brazil's Tite. The awards ceremony will be held in Milan on September 23rd. In other related news, Jill Ellis is to step down as head coach of the U.S. women's football team after guiding the team to back-to-back World Cup titles. The 52-year-old, who was born in Portsmouth but moved to the U.S. as a teenager, was appointed in 2014 and led the team to their first World Cup victory in 16 years in 2015. The U.S. retained their title last month with a 2-0 win over the Netherlands. Finally, on tonight's sports, the Department of Education, Innovation and Gender Relations wishes to invite all parents, guardians and children from the St. Lucia Football Association, Inc. and the St. Lucia National Cricket Association to an important meeting to finalize plans for the St. Lucia Sports Academy. This meeting will take place on Saturday, 3rd August from 2 p.m. at the Finance Administrative Center in Sanssouci. The Department of Education looks forward to your attendance and participation. That's how we end tonight's sports news.